the MAAC Basketball Championships. They are coming to Boardwalk Hall March 10th through the 14th. Men's and women's. Visit boardwalkhall.com for tickets and info. Let's get some more information on some of the teams, the level of play, which, Shaheen Holloway, I got to watch him play up close and personal many times. I remember him at Seton Hall. Saw all 4 years of his career, so it's exciting to get a chance to catch up with him as he is the head coach of St. Peter's, and they will be here in a couple of weeks in Atlantic City. Welcome to the show, man. How you been?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me.
It's good to see you, call you coach now, as we got the chance to watch you as a player. And, man, you were a fun, exciting player to watch, and I would imagine the fans who come out to Boardwalk Hall, your St. Peter's team, I would imagine, has a similar style to your play.
You know what? It was a great opportunity for me to come over here to St. Peter's, and the people over here has been great, very supportive. As far as the team, we just, they kind of picked up on my, personality, and we would just go out there and just try to play hard every single day. It's probably not going to be the pretty basketball, but it's going to be tough, hard-nosed basketball, kind of how I was as a player. So, that's kind of what our motto is.
Yeah, and it's interesting. You talk about tough-minded as a player. I mean, you were a guy who, I find the story so interesting, one of the top recruits in the country. You've got all these offers, and you end up staying home. You go to Seton Hall. Your freshman year, 17 points a game. And then, after that, it kind of levels out a little bit and some injuries and stuff. But, your story to tell these guys, you can have all the talent in the world and you can have this, that, and the other and be on this. But if you don't work hard at it, it can be gone just like that. And I find like every coach and everybody in this league that we've talked to has talked about how tough everybody who comes to that league. It's almost like everyone in that league has that chip on their shoulder.
You know what? As far as, going back to, my recruitment days, I just thought that Seton Hall, checked all the boxes for me. Just having success, just the tradition there was great. At the time, I loved Coach Blaney, who was the coach at the time who recruited me. I thought I could go there and change things around. And, by the time I left, I thought I had an impact on the program, taking the team to the Sweet 16. But, as far as, the MAAC, it's when you look at the MAAC, it's great coaches in this league, and it's great schools, and it's great tradition. And I think a lot of kids, like you said, come to this league, have a chip on their shoulder because some of them probably think they should got recruited from, higher schools. So when they come here, they got something to prove, which I think that's what makes the league good. When you got good coaches and good players, it's always going to be a good league.
You were obviously heavily recruited, so I want to ask you this question because I think this is an interesting dynamic. Obviously, coaching is a big factor when these recruits are making their decisions. So how do you look back on your experience being recruited and saying, man, I want to go play for that guy, or I don't know if that guy will fit with my style? And then how do you use that now on the flip side of things as a head coach?
It's funny you say that because, I'm really honest when it comes to recruiting. And some people like it and some people don't. But I tell kids all the time, if you want to go somewhere and you love the game of basketball, and you want to be coached, I'm the best coach to play for. If you don't want to be coached and you don't love the game of basketball, I'm the worst coach to play for. So that kind of helps me out. We do things. I'm very demanding. I'm tough on my guys, but I give them a lot of freedom on the court. But in practice, I'm all over them because I want them to understand the way you practice, the way you play. So, as far as that, you just got to be honest with kids. Some kids is not good for you. Some kids not good for the program. It doesn't matter how good they are. I don't look for the best kid. I look for the right kid. And that's my philosophy in recruiting. Everybody got different philosophies.
Well,
my thing is it's not about the best kid. It's about the right kid that fit what I'm trying to do.
I like that way of coaching, by the way. We don't always take the best. We take the right kids, the guys who fit together. And 10-22 last year, 2 years ago, turned it around. The team is, got a winning record, and, you'll be at the tournament, which, by the way, the winner ends to the NCAA tournament. And we've been kind of talking each week through these MAAC conversations, Coach, about how wide open college basketball is and how exciting that is for your league, because it seems like it could be one of the more wide open years ever, to where a team from your league could be that team that we're looking at on a Sweet 16 and say, where did they come from? Well, that's the state of college basketball right now.
Well, you know what? It's funny you say that. When you watch college basketball right now. You're right. College basketball is wide open right now. I think that's a great thing for college sports. You get everybody's on that kind of equal playing field. Obviously, there's some programs that's got great tradition and great resources. But as far as us at St. Peter's, we don't talk about it. I don't talk about that with my players. Our thing is one game at a time. Every game is our Super Bowl. It doesn't matter who we play. That's the biggest game of the season for us, and that's kind of how we've been taking it the whole year. We don't look ahead. I don't look past teams. I don't look past people. Every game is very important, and that's just been the model that I've been doing the whole year for us.
Well, I know as a coach now, I'm interested to get your take on college basketball and its relationship, with the NBA, because it seems like, the draft is in a weird spot now, and you got a conference where a lot of these guys are coming 4 years playing, but it seems that all around the country, that's where do you think that has really hurt the game, and can it recover from what's happening with the kids just coming for 1 year and leaving, to where guys at Duke and North Carolina and the Blue Belt schools are not even what they used to be anymore, because they can't keep the kids there, they can't get the continuity, and it seems like it's really widespread now.
You know what? It's strange. I'm different, man, because I played the game and I played at a high level. I'm all about the kids. If they could go and be one and done, go ahead. I just would hope that somebody's with them to help them through the process of, being in the NBA and being on your own and, learn how to manage your money and manage your time and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But, it's as far as, the way it is right now, it's like that because, kids, I think we as college institutions and we give the kids all the power, and when you give kids power, this is what happens. So now, you got kids that don't want to go to college. They rather go overseas, or they rather go to, the G League and play and try to make some money that way. No one wants to. Everybody wants it fast. No one wants to take their time with it. It's kind of like I call it the microwave thing. Like when you're cooking food, it takes time to cook the food, right? You got to prepare the food. You got to, put the seasoning on it. In the microwave, you just put the microwave in time, and it's just, it's like that. So that's how kids are right now. Everybody wants it right this second. Nobody wants it. It's very hard to get a kid to come to your program and say, okay, you wait your sophomore, junior year to play and start. If a kid's not playing right away, they're leaving. And that's why, transfers at an all-time high. And that's just the way basketball is, not just in high school. I mean, not just in college. It's in high school, too.
Yeah.
You got kids that's go to 3-4 different high schools. You got guys that play on 4 or 5 different AAU teams because things are not going well.
Yes.
So I think the kids is learning bad things before they come to college. And then when they come here, it's just like, all right, well, even like when I was coming up, everybody said, if I'm in the first round, I'm coming out. Now, kids coming out, and they know they're not even getting drafted, which is strange to me. So it's at a different place right now.
Yeah, that's very well put. Head coach Shaheen Holloway from St. Peter's is with us. His MAAC, the MAAC Basketball Championship, the St. Peter's Peacocks, by the way, second right now in the Metro. It's wide open. I mean, this conference seems like it is going to be a lot of fun for people who are going to be watching it in Boardwalk Hall. Pretty much top to bottom, you've got a lot of teams that are in play for the Metro Championship.
Can you say that again? I'm sorry.
It seems that this conference tournament is going to be wide open. I mean, top to bottom, it seems that almost every team in this conference could walk out with a ticket to this championship at Boardwalk Hall.
Yeah, you're right. It's wide open. You got, every night is a dogfight. And it's tough, man. You got teams right now that's playing. I think everybody right now who's playing is playing for something. And I think that's beautiful.
Yeah.
So, you got teams right now that's playing this week, that's playing Wednesday and Friday, and everybody's playing for something. They're either playing for a seed or they're playing for something. And I think that's a beautiful thing. When you could go out there and it's like, all right, well, if we win, this team moves. We're in second, we're in third, we're in fourth, we're in fifth, we're in sixth. Everybody's playing for something. I think every team in this league thinks that they could win the championship. So I think, the MAAC tournament is just going to be phenomenal. It's going to be, one big special thing.
Now, you say that as a guy who played in the old Big East, not this new Big East. I remember watching you play. Now, I went to West Virginia, and I remember you and Sam coming down to Morgantown a couple of times. Those games, that era of the Big East seemed like there was guys all over the place. And It's just kind of crazy thinking back to how many great teams and games were back right in that area from 96 to 2000 when you were there.
Well, it's so funny you said that. So last night someone sent me a article about 1996, 97 Big East all conference and all rookie team, and I totally forgot this. I looked at it and all these guys that was on first and second and third team, like everybody's like in the NBA or that's been in the NBA or that's had a great careers. And I looked on it as a freshman. I made second team all Big East, and I was the first team all rookie. And it's so crazy because I made first team, second team all Big East, and first team all rookie. And Tim Thomas made third team, but he got rookie of the year. So it was kind of strange, So it was kind of strange, but I ended up getting rookie of the year for the national conference. I mean, the national, all national. So
yeah,
basketball then was tough. The whole Big East was like you had to bring your heart at every single game. Every game you put against one of the best guards or best big men, the best teams or best coaches in the league. And that's why I chose to go to Seton Hall, because I wanted to play in the Big East. Because growing up, I watched that my whole life, and it was unbelievable to just be a part of it.
It was great. It was so much fun being at WVU, getting to see you guys in Syracuse and Georgetown and Iverson and Moten and Kittles and Tim Thomas and Holloway. And we're lucky enough to have him on the phone with us right now. And you'll get to see him in Atlantic City. St. Peter's is the team he coaches. And Boardwalk Hall will host this year's men's and women's MAAC Basketball Championships March 10th through the 14th. Coach, we appreciate a couple minutes. Great stuff, and we will see you in Atlantic City.
Thank you guys very much. I appreciate it. You guys have a great day.
Absolutely. Shaheen Holloway and all guests appeared via the Boardwalk Honda hotline.